Welcome to the Kumquat Corner, a political show where we take titillating topics and discuss the left, the right, and the center of current events. I'm your host, John Kumquat, and tonight we're going to start the show with some headlines. Herman Cain has passed away from the coronavirus. His last public appearance was a photo of himself at the July 20th Trump rally. Herman Cain dropped out of the Republican presidential race as a frontrunner when 3 women allegedly accused him of sexual abuse. Let's take a moment and remember when that actually meant something. More than 93% of U.S. college students say that tuition should be lowered if classes are online. 93%. Now, who are the 7%? Lori Loughlin's kids? Court documents reveal communication between Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein. Now, she and her lawyers have lied about it and said there was no communication between the two. The documents reveal troubling information on Prince Andrew and Bill Clinton. It reminds me of a joke I heard. 2 sex traffickers, a prince, and a former president fly to an island. You don't want to know the rest. Let's just lock them all up. Now, while 40 million Americans filed for unemployment during the coronavirus pandemic, billionaires saw their net worth increase by $500 billion. Billionaires got $637 billion richer during the pandemic, while Republican lawmakers played who do you want to simp for, Daddy Bezos or Daddy Zuck? This week, we lost the great congressman and civil rights activist John Lewis. Former Presidents Obama, Bush, and President were at Mr. Lewis's funeral to pay respects. Trump was not there. Well, you can't really be surprised by that. Trump doesn't like to pay for anything, except sex with porn stars. He does pay for that. Former President Bill Clinton has some unkind words for Stokely Carmichael, stating, "A Black Panther Party ain't nothing like an Epstein Party because an Epstein Party don't stop because of her age." There seems to be a coin shortage happening in this country. Now, some businesses are coming under fire for rounding up in order to not give coins back. Now, how can there not be enough coins in this country? Where do they go? Is there like a giant Crown Royal bag full of coins somewhere? Is someone trying to recreate the version of Scrooge McDuck swimming in dirty coins from the bottom of a cup holder? President Trump is worried about voter fraud in this year's election. He suggested delaying the election. Now, a bipartisan group has gathered to shut that suggestion down. Now, score 1 for Lady Liberty. Trump tried to move on her like a bitch, but I guess she ain't that bitch. Hong Kong will delay the Legislative Council election due to coronavirus concerns, Chief Executive Carrie Lam announced. Trump stated that Hong Kong is very weak, unlike his brother King Kong, who is very strong and smart. Now, Trump could ban TikTok from the United States. Now, he should be worried about another TikTok. You know what I mean? That Father Time coming for that presidency. That was your headlines. We'll be back after I learn how to play the guitar.
Progressive Democrat, Beta Roar here, running for the 13th District. Vote for me, because I care about people.
Welcome back to the Kumquat Corner, and now it's time for some debates. Now, I have brought on 3 different pundits to discuss this topic that we're going to discuss today. Our first topic we're going to discuss is going back to school. Most of the Republicans have pushed the going back to school issue during this whole pandemic, despite a lot of worry and concern from teachers and parents alike. So we're going to bring on these pundits and get their views on what they think about sending their kids back to school or going back to school during this whole pandemic. Our first guest we're going to bring on is Ron Scartino, who is a child lawyer who also represents teens.
I'm doing well, thank you. I do law things for law people, children's and teens, and people who don't much often be able to fend for themselves. I'm here to speak to their issues on behalf of them.
Yeah, gotcha. And our second guest we're going to bring on is Joel Caldone. Now, Joel is a CEO at My Own Boss, and he also heads a Headshot Energy Drink. Joel, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. I've always said that I'm a #1 fan of this show, and entrepreneurs everywhere should watch it.
Good to have you here, Joel. And our last pundit is Boogaloo. No real name given, just Boogaloo, and no other information, just Boogaloo.
What's up,
How you
John?
doing today, Boogaloo?
Hey, I'd like to say that I'm a fan of the show, but I'm not. But I do appreciate you giving me the platform to get my views out there. So that's all I have to say.
We'll take what we can get. All right, now our first topic is going back to school. Now, how do you feel about this? We're going to start with you, Ron, because you represent children and teens, and I got a feeling that there are going to be some children and some teens that are going to have certain feelings about being forced to go to school during this pandemic.
Well, I tell you what, John, you hit the nail right on the head. Kids and teens don't want to go to school. They just don't want to do it. And you know why? It's because they're going to die. They're going to die young and beautiful and far too soon, in my opinion.
Okay. Joel.
I said it once, I'll say it 1,000 more times. I'm never going back to school because everything I learn on the streets. You think that you get your success from going into school and learning all that stuff that you learn there, but business knowledge comes from within your heart. And if you needed school to be successful, how come I dropped out and I'm the one with a go-kart that looks like Jeff Gordon's DuPont number 24 race car?
Oh, well, that's heavy bragging item there. Boogaloo, jump on in here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that the whole going back to school thing is good and that we need to because we need to get our herd immunity up, bro. But the thing that I'm really sick of is this deep state narrative that's always coming at us like, oh, going back to school's bad. Oh, wow, we can't go back to school. You know, people are trying to stop people from going back to school because it makes Trump look bad. Doesn't that make sense, bro? Just uncover the truth. Follow the fucking breadcrumbs, man.
Are you at least the slightest bit concerned about the pandemic and kids getting sick and passing that on to the elderly?
Oh, yeah. The plandemic, John. I mean, come on. Give me a break, man. I mean, are you serious? I ain't going outside wearing a face diaper, if you know what I'm saying. I ain't falling for it. You guys can do whatever you want. You can jerk each other off and go back to school, or not go back to school because we should be going back to school because that herd immunity, man. If we don't get the herd immunity going, guess what? I mean, not like the pandemic's even real anyways. Q.
Ron, do you think that the pandemic or plandemic is real? You're around children a lot, actually. Not saying that in a bad way, but
you're damn straight you're not saying that in a bad way, John. You know, I love children, but in a normal way. You know, I was in the Epstein Black Book, but I never got no massages. You know what I mean? So, look, here's the deal about kids in school. It's going to happen. You're going to die. So, in my opinion, it would be the best for all of the children to grow up now and just understand that their lives are going to end early.
Oh, wow. So you're preaching mortality. Okay.
Everybody's got to die sometime, John. Everybody's got to die sometime.
I mean, you're not lying. Joel, now it's rare to see a CEO that didn't go to school or doesn't like school. So can you speak on that a little bit?
Well, the thing is this. Bill Gates dropped out of school and he became a CEO of Microsoft, and I didn't need school. And I'm not concerned about people going there and getting sick, because if I was concerned about kids getting sick, I wouldn't be selling energy drinks that have 80% similar chemical consistency to Windex.
Okay. That's
John, I got to say, this is a very healthy debate, and everything that's being said right now, I'm impressed with this show today.
Thanks.
Cool guys. It's 3 cool guys in here today.
Yeah, this and you all pretty much kind of agree that kids are gonna die regardless. So
hey, kids die every day, man. You cannot get sad about it.
guess not. But if kids die, then that's your base of pay.
Well, that's why I'm going to homeschool my kids from now on.
Dead kids don't pay, Ron.
Actually, you know, if a bunch of kids died, it actually would be kind of a short-term windfall for me. You know, I did their wills, I do their testaments, I talk to their parents, which I charge for. So really, at the end of the day, I don't really have a dog in this kids dying fight. Either more kids become adults, and that's cool with me, I guess, or they all die and I do their paperwork, and that's better for me. But ultimately, at the end of the day, who am I, you know? Who am I?
A lot of kid wills.
I got a
All right.
question
Reason,
for
as I say.
Ron Scartino. Do you do children's sovereign citizen stuff
Yeah, I do sovereign citizen stuff. I do
for children? For
I
kids?
do that. I do brisses. I do you know, anything that you need for a child, I'll do it. You want to chemically castrate your child? I'll do the paperwork. I don't care.
Okay, we're going to move on to the next topic. Our next topic is TikTok. Now, TikTok has taken the world by craze. It's the newest craze. Everybody's doing it. Everyone has their videos, their TikTok dances that they're doing. But the president of the United States has said that he is going to look into banning TikTok. Now, some people think that it may have something to do with it being from China. Others maybe think that it has something to do with them screwing with his rally. They kind of screwed up his rally, so he's a little. TikTok is on his radar. I don't know if it should be or not. There's a lot of more pressing issues, but TikTok is on his radar. What do you guys think about TikTok and the possible banning of TikTok in the country? We're gonna go, Joel. You first.
I'll tell you what, yeah, you can ban TikTok, but once you ban it, there'll be 4 more TikToks that pop up in its place, which grown men can go to and watch teenagers dance real sexy like.
Oh, is that? I didn't know that. That's what. Ron, that's what it's used for?
Well, I mean, I
Boogaloo,
guess,
are you signing up for TikTok right now?
Just checking my phone, John. Just checking my phone. You don't need to dox me, man.
All right, Ron, you were saying.
why are you calling him out like that, John? Can a guy check his phone anymore? Look at this America we live in.
Ron, so what's your view on TikTok?
Well, quite frankly, this is a direct attack on the constituency of teenagers. I will not stand for it. I'm quite fired up about it. Teenagers need somewhere that they can go and dance. Check this out. That's a TikTok dance move. Where are they going to go do that? This is like
It seems
Footloose.
pretty simple. I mean, there's a lot of other things. You can do that dance on Instagram. You can do that dance on Snapchat. I mean, you could do those, but I guess the platform of TikTok, where I don't TikTok, so I'm not sure about how it works, but it's basically dance crazes, right? No.
It's also a cool place for neat guys to meet, you know, if you use it the right way.
Okay. Boogaloo, are you familiar with TikTok?
Affirmative.
Do you have a TikTok?
Are you looking for my opinion on TikTok?
I am.
National Spotlight?
I am.
First of all, let me just say where we go one, we go all. Second of all, let me just say that TikTok has been a Chinese, it's like another Chinese thing coming in here trying to stop us, man. The same thing as this pandemic, whatever. Notice how they both come from China?
Well, a lot of things come from China, like your cell phones.
Yep.
Donald Trump's ties.
Okay.
Lots of things come from China. Video games.
That's right, John. Maybe your attitude's coming from China right now, too.
Nah, this is born in the good old US of A. It's been born and bred over years.
10-4 there, John. 10-4.
Joel, are you on TikTok?
Yeah, I love TikTok. Ordinarily, I would have to, before I got on TikTok, I would put all my stuff in envelopes and mail my personal data to the Chinese government. But now that they have an app where they take your data when I don't got to do all that paperwork, I'm real happy.
Streamlined it. So all three of you are, and Ron, I assume you're on TikTok.
Of course. Actually, the thing about losing TikTok is that's how I would get in contact with 60% of my customers. I basically was running a law practice out of a TikTok account, and now I got to find a new place to do that.
So the three of you, by you having a TikTok account, I assume that you are against it being banned in the United States.
Well, of
Correct?
course. I think Joel brings up a good point. China's going to get my data one way or another. I might as well just have fun with it, have a fun way to give China your data.
I guess that's true. Joel, Boogaloo, you're not agreeing with that.
How could you tell?
You were shaking your head no, pretty emphatically.
Okay. Well, let me just say that if President Trump is saying that he's going to ban TikTok, it probably has something to do with the international pedophile ring.
Not the one that was in the United States.
John, are you going to split hairs with me? Are you going to try to get into some weird conspiracy theory stuff with me?
No, it's not conspiracy theories. People were arrested for this, and there are ledgers and notes, and it happened in this country. It's still happening.
Of course there are. Because guess what, John? I could make a ledger tonight if I wanted to.
I probably advise you not to.
Have you ever made a ledger, John?
I don't think I have. No.
Seems like this show could use a ledger, maybe.
Maybe. You know what? Thanks for the debate. We're going to end this debate topic. For now, we are going to be right back. But right now, we're going to take a break and check in with our new correspondent, our pal, Alpocalypse. And we'll be right back.
Hey there, news fans. It's your doomsday mentor, Alpocalypse, coming at you again from the bunker with another Doomsday Watch update. Just remember that a doomsday watch just means that conditions are right for a doomsday, not that an actual doomsday has been spotted. Though that would be pretty cool. Anyway, I'm talking today with author Jack Todd. His new book on the climate crisis is a New York Times worst seller, and it's called Shit's Bad, Shit's Real Bad. Subtitle, Please Dear God, Believe Me When I Tell You That Shit Is Drastically Bad. Thank you very much for joining us, Mr. Todd.
Oh, Mr. Kister Twisted Sister, just call me Jack.
Well, now that brings me to my first point. Your last name is normally a first name, and I dig that about you.
Well, it helps out pretty well with the ladies.
Now, you're in the Arctic right now, are you not?
I am. I'm on a photographic expedition. We're taking pictures of sad polar bears.
It's important work. Especially now, it seems like they've got more to be sad about than normal.
Boy, do they. Sea ice is melting at a record pace. In fact, if we lose as much sea ice in the next 2 months as we lost in the last 2, it'll be gone.
Wow, that's exciting.
Unnerving is the way that I think I would describe it.
Touché.
You see, the sea ice reflects extra energy from the sun off into space, and it helps to stabilize the planet's climate. And once it's gone, I'm afraid humans won't be long to follow.
Cool.
Not cool. Bad.
Yeah, bad, but not bad. It's cool bad.
No, it's bad.
Yeah, but not bad. It's cool bad.
It is decidedly bad.
So it's bad. All right, well, there you have it. That's your Doomsday Watch update. I am your Doomsday mentor, Alpocalypse, and I will see you next time. Maybe.
Welcome back. Now, the COVID-19 shutdown has been particularly hard on parents, especially those with younger children. Here to share some helpful tips on how to handle multi-generational household is mommy blogger and frequent guest on the podcast, Jessica Morgan. How you doing, Jessica?
I'm great, John. How are you?
I'm pretty good. So you have some tips for us on how to handle your children, younger children, generational, during this COVID-19
Yeah, I do. I've been writing tips for parents, mommies, daddies, aunties, uncles, on my blog, Bless This Jess. And I've been really focused on helping people through this really difficult time. This pandemic is just crazy, especially if you've got little kids running around. And, I've got 3 at home. I've got Tamitha. Sorry, I get mixed up because it's really close to Tabitha, but it's Tamitha. And then Aiden, and then Otis, my little baby. And some of the things that we're talking about right now is emotions. Kids and parents have a lot of emotions these days. So we want to talk about redirecting negative energy. Kids can get really frustrated and they act out, especially if they're bored. So it's really important to find something else to do, whether that be crafts or going outside. Like with my kids, I got us these Fabergé egg kits, and they're so neat. They send you everything you need. They got ostrich eggs, gold leaf, Swarovski crystals, milk paint, and when you're done, it's this great object. It's a symbol of the time you spent together. And then the best part is, if you're still frustrated at the end of the day, you can always just smash them up.
That seems quite wasteful. Is there a more practical idea that you could do for the practical parent, the parent that maybe is not as financially blessed?
Well, they're having a great discount right now. It's like 75% off. So it's only a couple $100s for the kit, but I understand what you're going for. So let's talk about learning. Learning is so important for our kids. And I know there's a lot of conversations around, are the schools going to open back up? Is everything going to be virtual? Will they have to shut down? It's really, really sad. So you want to keep kids' minds active. So what I recommend doing is creating a micro school in your backyard. We are in a pod with some of the other neighbors in Shaker Heights, and we're having a class of 10 kids from ages 3 to 17. So it's a little complicated, but we're actually hiring right now for an experienced educator that can, handle it. And
how are you going to cover that age range 3 to 17? Because they're learning at completely different stages of life. Like it's how are you going to do that?
Well, we're confident that the right educator is with the right passion, really the right forethought can really make this work. And what's great about it is that we are actually able to pay a lot more than the public schools do. So I think it's a win-win. It's pretty great. What do you think about it? I mean, it's more money for fewer kids. What's the problem with that?
I mean, it's not a problem with making more money our teachers are grossly underpaid anyway. So that's actually a good thing. But my worry is that while you're teaching one set of students in the same class, their shapes and colors, and then you go right to fractions and algebra. Like, how do you differentiate between?
That's what the professionals are for, John. Like, that's the best part. Us parents, we will be participating, of course. We have a lot of our own skills and we're all working from home anyways. Well, not me, but we have our different passions that we can share with the kids. So we'll figure it out. There'll be some sort of like shape and block time, certainly. And I think that we can evolve that so it's still engaging for the older kids. I mean, there's Minecraft. Right? That's just shapes and colors. And kids love that from all ages. So there's one right there.
I mean, I guess if you just want to set them in front of a video game and have them play Minecraft to learn, you're not going to get a lot of complaints from the children on that.
Well, that's another tip of mine. So masks. We all have to wear them. I know they're no fun. They Don't let you see each other's faces. I hate that. I love it when people can see, how nice I am. Like I'm smiling at them and I'm just like indicating like I'm a good person with my face, but they can't see that. So anyways, we have to do it, I guess. But getting young kids to wear masks is really tricky because they don't necessarily understand. So what we're trying is a little bit of social conditioning. So screen time, they love it. You have to limit it. But what if they could only look at their screens while they're wearing their masks? See? It's a little bit of that carrot stick action right there.
Well, I mean, yeah, honestly, that's a great idea. Yeah, it's a reward for doing what you're supposed to do. Yeah.
Exactly. I have good ideas every so often.
Yeah, if you can only get the parents to abide by that rule too. So you have to figure out what the parents want to get them to wear the masks.
Well, there's that. And I want to just say, one more thing. And for the rest of the tips, you have to check out my blog. But this might be the most important. For parents, if you're anything like me, you're focused on your kids 100% of the time. But you have to make time for yourself. You have to give yourself 110% and make that 10% right above the edge just for you. Go on a walk, take a bath. It's all about self-care, go get your hair cut, go get your nails done, get a massage, take yourself out, on a nice restaurant date or to a cocktail bar. The best thing about those places is that you actually get to take your mask off when you get to the table. I mean, it's, again, win-win.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah, you're right. You can't eat with the mask on.
Everybody else has to keep it on because, they have to, but I don't.
Oh, because of special treatment.
Well, I'm the patron, I'm like kind of their job creator.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You have any more tips for us?
Like I said, you have to go check out my blog for the rest of them and make sure to follow me on Instagram as well. Bless, it's Jess. And again, thank you so much for the opportunity, John. I just love to share.
Not a problem. Thanks for joining us, Jess. And thank you guys for listening. We'll be right back with more of the Kumquat Corner.
I am Beta. Hear me roar. Roar. Cause I ain't lying.
We're going to take a look at what the weather's going to be like tonight with our brand new weatherman, Randy Man Macho Savage. How are you tonight, Randy?
Ooh, John, I got some news for you, and you're not gonna like it.
Well, why? What's that?
Ooh, there's a storm brewing, John.
Really? A bad one? When?
As soon as I can get my hands on you, John, my supple hands will be a thunderous storm, creating a kindness maelstrom inside of your body. Oh, yeah.
What?
Oh, I'm gonna spin you around and tumble you dry. I'm gonna lay you down for a nice snap, and I'm gonna tuck you in.
Are you threatening me? I really can't tell.
John, I swear to the higher power of your choosing that I'm gonna send you a gift. Oh yeah, a real nice gift, a mixed fruit. And I'm gonna explode it right inside of you, John.
Okay, that really didn't answer my question. I'm even less sure now. Do you have a forecast for us?
Oh, check this out, nephew. Oh,
We are not related.
oh. We got a high pressure careening into a low pressure system. It's gonna lower the temperatures across the city this week. Sunny and low 80s all week, which is the perfect temperature to take you out on my boat, John. Oh yeah, for a real dangerous lunch, John. Just me and you and the lake for miles. No one to hear you scream.
Are you saying you're going to take me out on your boat, throw me overboard, and then drive away?
Oh, John. Oh, I'm gonna pack up some hors d'oeuvres. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna take you on a sightseeing trip around the Detroit waterways, and then I'm gonna pummel you, yeah, with throw pillows, yeah. Ooh, in a pillow fight, oh yeah.
Okay, Randy, I'm gonna have to take a rain check on that one, but thank you.
What did you just say to me, John? Do you know who you're talking to?
Randy Man Macho Savage, right?
Ooh, you can't give me a rain check, John. I'm the weatherman. Ooh, I'm gonna take that rain check. Ooh, and I'm gonna tear it up right in front of your face, John. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna spin on it. Ooh, and I'm gonna smash you with the hammer. Ooh.
That's not what a rain check is, Randy.
You know what? That's the last straw, John. I swear. I'm gonna crinkle cut your fries. Oh yeah, I'm gonna crinkle cut them real good. I'm gonna do that when this quarantine ends. I'm gonna do that.
Okay, Randy. Thanks for the weather report. I guess. So let's move on to our main segment, the debates. Welcome back for another set of lively debates. We want to say thanks again to Jessica Morgan, our mommy blogger, for the tips on how to handle your kids during this pandemic. Now, we have another set of debates to get to. Our first debate is the military. It has to do with the military recruiting. Now, the military recruiting has been, it was trying to be banned on Twitch. It did not work out, though, so the military can still recruit on Twitch. Now, we brought back our three pundits that were so lively in our last segment. So we're going to ask them what they feel about how the military is viewed on Twitch and whether they should be allowed to recruit on Twitch. We're going to start with you, Boogaloo. What do you think?
I think it's great. I think the military should be able to recruit wherever. I think the military should be able to go to preschools, grade schools, graduation parties, whatever, or just show up at your house. I think people should be able to call the military and have them show up at their friend's house if they think their friend is somebody that would be good in the military. Because to tell you the truth, we need every single buddy we got. You know what I'm saying?
So basically, in an essence, you want the draft to return, right?
I mean, it should be for younger people.
Okay, Joel, your thoughts?
Well, I think it's bad to have the military being recruiting for kids because, hand to God, I'm real susceptible to all that stuff. Any sort of media property, I get convinced just like that. Like I played God of War, and all of a sudden I started believing in Greek mythology. I played Cuba. I started jumping around on boxes. I watched 3 episodes of Mad Men. I started drinking at 10 a.m. I'm just a really impressionable media consumer, and so I get what they're talking about.
Yes, so you probably should stay off of Twitch, or you'll end up signed up in the military begrudgingly.
Just a matter of time.
Yeah, Ron.
Yeah.
Your thoughts
What's
on
up,
the military?
Well,
recruiting on Twitch.
I'm not a military lawyer. I'm a lawyer for children and lawyer for teenagers. So in my opinion, the military shouldn't be able to recruit on Twitch. That's tapping directly into my customer base. However, if the military was willing to contract me out, I would become in favor of the military being able to recruit on Twitch.
Yeah, what if there was a teen that got recruited and they felt that they were recruited wrongly and wanted to sue?
Oh, well, that's my favorite 3-letter word there, John. If you want to sue the military, call me, Ron Scartino. If you're a teenager who's been tear gassed or spit at or smothered like a burrito in a bed by the military, call me, Ron Scartino. We'll sue the pants off of them, I promise.
All right, Joel. No, Joel, you have been you said you're very impressionable, right?
Yeah.
So if you were to see, say, a military ad, you think you would go and sign up?
They want me to?
Yeah, I would imagine they did.
They say I was like someone who could like be good enough to be in the army, because I thought that was like something that like you gotta be exceptional. But like if they said that I'm good enough, then I think I could sign up.
I think they would take you. Honestly, I think they could. You could walk on both your legs, right? Oh, Boogaloo. Um, y- did you just bring out a gun?
Hey, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. You know what I'm saying?
What? All right, is there something going on that we should worry about?
No, it's just this is my gun. That's all.
And you just decided to bring it out now during the debate?
I just didn't have it. You just couldn't see it. It was there the whole time.
So you always have your gun with you?
Yeah, don't you?
No.
That's foolish, John.
Are you
Hey,
sure
Joel,
that you don't want to sign up
Can
for
I
the
just talk
military?
to Joel real quick?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey, Joel, I'm going to send you some stuff talking about being susceptible to things. I'm going to send you some stuff all about my friend Q, who's spreading the word and shutting down the international pedophile sex traffic ring, and how Trump is being made to look like the bad guy.
Is that true?
Mm-hmm. 100% true, brother.
Oh.
Okay, you can't just believe everything you hear or read on the internet, Joel.
God, thank you again for giving me this platform and taking me seriously. A lot of people do not do that.
Yeah, Joel, you probably shouldn't open that package. Just as a fair warning, you
I
probably
read
shouldn't.
everything that comes to my door. Answer every phone call.
That's great.
Okay, we're gonna move on to the next topic. Now, Pizzagate is back. Now, Pizzagate made an appearance in 2016. It is back in 2020, 4 years later, during an election process. That's strange. But it has to do with a child sex ring, which is just nasty, just completely ugh. And it's amazing that we still have this problem in this country, but it does still have to do with the Clintons. So
you're right, damn right it does.
Yeah, Ron, you are the child expert in this panel, so we're gonna go to you. What are your thoughts on Pizzagate?
Well, first of all, I would like to not self-identify as a child expert. I am a child lawyer. Those are two very different things, legally, non-legally, and in chat rooms. I would like to say about Pizzagate that my clients, the Ninja Turtles, are very upset at the way Pizza's name is being dragged through the mud.
Joel.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Pizzagate?
I think it's disgusting because all these people doing God knows what with kids. If I could remember the combination to my gun safe, I'd go in there, be like real life Boondock Saints, be like quoting Bible verses and stuff, and be like dual wield, like friggin' this is what you get for friggin' tarnishing pizza and defiling children and I'd just be like Boondock Saints.
And where would you go with those guns?
To every piece of place I can find.
I don't think that's okay. Boogaloo.
You know, I just want to say, Joel, you seem like a real cool guy.
Thank you.
Anyways, this is what I'm all about. This is why I'm on the show, I believe. And this is my purpose in modern day America, is to bring awareness to this sort of thing. Now, look, there is an underground pedophile ring. The Clintons have been in it forever. You know, a bunch of other Democrats have been in it. That's why I say play stupid games, win stupid prizes, and why this bad boy is sitting right here with me. You know what I'm saying, John? We got to stop this. If you like children, but not in a gross way, and you care about them, and you don't want bad things to happen to them, then you need to jump in and make yourself known as an American patriot. I ain't wearing no face diaper. I'm out on the streets. I'm taking this thing down. Where we go one, we go all. That's it. End of story. Cha-ching. Obama.
What? Whoa! What
do you got to say about that, John? What's your response to that?
I don't know why you just shouted Obama at the
Think
end
about
there.
it. Connect the dots, John. Connect the dots.
That's crazy, John.
There are no dots to connect. It's just you just yelled out Obama. That'd be like me yelling out Cyndi Lauper.
Oh,
Yeah, it's crazy.
Careful.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, does it?
No, it sure doesn't.
Yeah, that's just what you just did with Obama.
Okay. Whoa. Yeah, if you follow Q on Twitter, John, you would understand that there's something else going on right now. I mean,
You
the
can't
big
believe
boy
everything.
game, the 5D chess big boy game is going on behind the scenes, John, while you're all going out and like pretending there's a pandemic and being careful and all that stuff. I'm at barbecues and I'm talking to people about Q.
So you think that the entire world colluded to affect American politics? So they created this fake, this pandemic.
Look at John. The whole thing against Trump is very real.
So the entire world colluded just to take down Trump.
Trump's been trying to drain the swamp for years, even before he was president.
So what about the people that died? The people that died, did they just fake their death?
No one's dying, John. Look at it. You can find on Craigslist there are pandemic actor ads out there for people that are willing to pretend that they're dying from the coronavirus. Please, John, I don't have time to go through all of the simple stuff.
You're right. We're gonna. That sounds like a good place to end it.
Hold on, John. I want to say one thing before we go that I just feel is really important.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about the elephant in the room, Jeffrey Epstein. You know, I knew the guy, and let me just say he couldn't have been nicer. I represented a couple of his teens and sub-teens and teen adjacents, and I just want to say, great guy, nice guy, never put a foot wrong in my opinion.
Okay. Thanks for that, Ron.
Tongue-tied, huh, John? Tongue-tied.
Flabbergasted.
This is where I'm going to have to say I do not agree with Ron, who also seems like a Democrat.
Hey, sticks and stones, Boogaloo. Sticks and stones.
All right. Thanks for joining us for this debate. We will be right back.
You see it every day. From sunrise to sunset. It goes against science. But you know better. Seeing is believing. And if you don't believe, you must be a Democrat. Paid for by the Flat Earth Society.
I got newly voting by mail-in Democrat right here, Roro. He's going to be voted for Beta Roar. Isn't that correct, sir? Okay, I'm done. Get this kid away from me.
Wow. Thank you to our guests, and thank you for stopping by the Kumquat Corner. I am your host, John Kumquat. Stop by next week, where we'll have more titillating topics and more guests to stop by and discuss and debate. Join us next week.